Artists, 2025 is your year. For too long, your music has been overlooked on Spotify, and this is the year you break through the noise. In this video, I'm going to break down 6 big moves that can skyrocket your streams and finally get your music heard by millions of fans. My name's Chris, also known as the Artist Manifest. I have about 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. I've been doing music full time for over 20 years. We just had songs in the Super Bowl last year and also the Olympics, and I'm also the creator of the Spotify 5-Day Challenge. So these are the 6 big needle movers that I'm going to be doing this year to really grow my streams and take it to the next level. And the first one is Spotify marquee ads. Okay, now these are retargeting ads on Spotify if you've already got an audience. Okay, and so it's really sad that only about 4% of most of my followers hear my new release. So even though I have 175,000 followers, only a small amount of them actually get notified about the song. And this is because some of them are passive listeners when they followed me. Maybe it was in a playlist, maybe it was in an ad, who knows why they clicked follow, but they didn't continue to engage. And so instead of me bragging about, oh, I've got all these followers, we need engagement. And it's so easy to want to, run ads or do social media posts when Spotify has the data. Like when you invest in a Spotify marquee ad, they're like 5 to 8 times more to click that as opposed to on an ad on Instagram or Facebook. Even though I love Facebook and Instagram ads, they're just more likely to click on the ad within Spotify because they're already there. You've heard me say, you want to fish where the fish are. And if you don't have a lot of followers to even run Spotify marquee, well, then you just run Spotify ads. But it's just like, I get kind of angry and frustrated that I have to pay to notify my fans. But at the same time, it's like the algorithm is so powerful and it's so important in those first 24 to 48 hours that I get as many streams as possible. So this week on Friday, I have a song coming out and we're spending over, I think, $1,500 just on this one single, right? Just to really promote it. When I release an album this year in 2025, we're going to be spending way more than that to make sure we have a Spotify marquee running in every country. Because each Spotify marquee retargeting ad within Spotify, you have to run it for each individual country and you decide how much budget you want to put behind it. And you can do the same thing with just regular Spotify ads. But the point is, look, I want that big, spike at the beginning of the release because then the arc will last a lot longer and that gives it more of a chance to really blow up. I want to feed this thing. I want to reactivate fans. I get so much data from Spotify and I don't want to stay at 500,000 monthly listeners. I want to get back to 1 million, right? So the second thing that I'm going to be doing is, and I want you to proceed with caution with this one, is I'm releasing a new song about every 3 weeks. Okay, I wrote about 27 plus songs. We finished about 27 songs last year. And so we're releasing a song every 3 weeks. That's 17 tracks. I have more songs done, mixed, mastered, ready to go than I have a schedule. And I've noticed with the arc once you release a song, because when you release a new song, you get that big spike. And then most of the time it starts to kind of slowly go down. So first I'm going to fix that big spike to make sure that it lasts longer. And then I normally find within 3 weeks, we're normally start to go down. Some people say you want to wait, 4 weeks or, 1.5 months. There's no real right or wrong. Definitely releasing every week or every 2 weeks, I think is pushing it because you're really not allowing the algorithm enough time to show the song to as many people organically. And then Spotify's like, well, which one do I promote organically, right? And so again, every 3 weeks, I'm going to be releasing songs. So I'm releasing a lot more music because you got to understand, Spotify really likes new music. They have New Music Friday. They have Discover Weekly. It's a platform based on new stuff. Now, so that I have the long tail streams, right? And so that I have streams over a long period of time, that's why I'm running those Spotify marquee ads and going to be doing other things that I share in this video. And so you want to have a good cadence for releasing. And what you don't want to do is be releasing so much music that you don't market. Like if I can't put at least $1,500 in just the Spotify marquee alone, then what am I doing for me? I don't know what it is for you, but you got to figure it out and be like, okay, well, I'm spending like $1,500 or I'm spending $1,000 per song or $500 a song. Like you should at least be able to put, 2 to 3 times whatever you paid to make the song into marketing the song. Like at least, guys, because otherwise, like, where are we going? Right? We want to grow. I want to grow. I don't want to stay where I am. What got me here is not going to get me there. And it's the same thing with you. So like just releasing more, just posting more, just releasing more songs into, the black hole of Spotify that like you don't promote. Like you've got to do the heavy lifting first. You've got to invest first. You've got to get the fans there. And this is the thing, like you can reactivate an old song. This isn't just for new stuff. And I'll cover how to reactivate old songs in a little bit. But just like, for some of you, you shouldn't be releasing new music. This should be the year where you just focus in on all your older catalog and maybe you release one every 3 months, right? That might be your cadence because you haven't promoted the 15, 20, 50 tracks you've got. Well, then you should probably do a cadence of every 3 months and go deep. Maybe you're spending $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a song. And those are small numbers compared to like labels and other stuff. Like it's such small numbers when I think about it. Like when we drop like $13,000 or 15, 20 grand on a music video or 40 grand on just the single, like these are baby numbers. And do you want to stay a little small artist or do you want to grow? All right, because it's time to pull up the big boy, big girl pants. Stop spending your money on the wine and designer clothes and all this stuff, vacations, fancy car. Downgrade your lifestyle and invest into your business so that you can grow it. Number 3 is always have meta ads on. So I've got ads running 24/7, 365, no breaks. And when I'm not turning the switch off, okay? I'm making sure that my music stays in front of listeners every single day. If I want to turn it off because it's burnt out, well, then I get a new ad going first so that my music is constantly out there. We just started a new ad this morning targeting the Nordic countries. We got ads running worldwide, like all the time. I'm not turning it off. And I don't care if you've only got $5, $10 a day. Commit to the whole year. No breaks. You're constantly promoting your music to a playlist, which is what we teach on the Spotify Challenge and in my Inner Circle program. Click the link below to join our next Spotify Challenge. It's going to be freaking awesome. You can ask me questions directly. It's 5 days straight of the best motivational, tactical training that is out there. Because I appreciate, there's so many different people teaching you out there. And what makes me different is look, I'm still in this. I haven't quit my music career just to teach, okay? I'm hungry. And if you're hungry and you want to keep growing, you're not done yet, okay? And I'm 45. I know I look a lot younger, but I'm hungry. I haven't hit my prime. I'm hitting my 2 million monthly listeners. I'm going to hit 5 million monthly listeners one day. That's a 10x for me, right? And so I want you to keep dreaming big. Vision, write your vision down, make it plain. That's what the Bible says. Write your vision down so you can see it. Set a goal. And like what I say with most artists, it's not that you set goals too big and you missed your goal. It's that you set goals too small and you hit it. You're not taking enough risks and you've got to get in the game, okay? Join our Spotify Challenge. Okay, number 4 is game-changing collaborations, okay? Collaborations have been some of the best things I've ever done in my career, is working with other people, partnering with other people. That's how we're able to write so many songs down, get so many songs done. But I've really learned that I don't need to be the full owner. Just like my man Grant Cardone, who partners with people on real estate deals and wants to bring other people into the deal so he can buy bigger deals. Well, I want to bring more people into my music career and share in the pie so we can grow our audience. So we're both promoting it. Like I've shared so many times, you are attached to that person's real estate on Spotify for life, on Apple Music, YouTube, whatever next streaming platforms. You are integrated into their business. And yes, it takes a little bit more time, a little bit more scheduling. I just emailed an artist and I just said, hey, just wanted to confirm you're good to release the song. Here's the artwork I made. Do you like it? I sent them 2. They picked the one that they liked the most, so they had to prove the artwork. They had to approve the date, right? I've got to remind them to make sure that they pitch it to the Spotify playlist. I pitch it to the Spotify playlist. I'm going to create and lead on this one. I create all the content, got to get them to approve it. But then when it comes to marketing time, they're just plugging into their fans, plugging into my fans. And we do this multiple times with multiple artists. Like it's a game changer. Then anything they do to market their song, I benefit from that. Anything I do to market the song, they benefit from that. And we grow together. So make a list of 5 to 10 artists that you want to collaborate with. Probably more than that, more like 10 to 20. Because some people are going to say no, and some people aren't going to get back to you. And some people are not going to DM, and you're going to have to follow up, and it's going to be a pain in the butt sometimes. But then, you get that person that says yes, and you got to go, and you got to be professional. And what I say on the Spotify challenge, I'm going to give you a little piece here, is like, if someone wants to charge for a collaboration, don't beat them up on price. Like, if you actually got the response, and maybe you're giving publishing, or maybe you're giving master, or maybe they just want to get paid, don't beat them up on the price. Like, you finally got the yes, I'm interested, this is dope. Like, don't shoot yourself in the foot and now not pay. And you don't have to pay a lot for like someone even with 100,000 monthly listeners or 200,000 monthly listeners. Like, we're talking below $1,000 here, guys. Like, less than $1,000 to get a killer feature that's going to do way more than all the marketing and everything like that. You still do the marketing, but like just having that feature, it's just like that's the big domino that you knock over, that like nothing else matters if you do that one thing. Tim Ferriss talks about that in the 4-hour work week, or in an interview. He's like, because they're like, well, what do you do in the morning? He's like, well, people are really surprised. I meditate, I just really focus, and I'm like, okay, what's that one thing? If I do that, then nothing else matters today. Because we get caught up in all these little easy tasks, but it's like, do that one hard thing that'll really move the needle. And I'm telling you, for music, collaborations, man, collaborations. Number 5 is I'm going to be writing 40 to 50 TV film rights this year. Okay, we did. We finished over 27 last year, and we got like 3 big placements. We got like an ABC promo. We got the Olympics. We got Super Bowl. Probably got 1 or 2 more small TV shows. We maybe got like 5 to 7 placements last year that were pretty good ones. Definitely 2 huge ones, and then the other ones are smaller. This year, I'm hoping for over 10, 10 to 20. We did a lot. We did a lot of the groundwork, not just last year, but the year before. And so I want to double down. Like, I know artists that are doing like songs every day, like a song every single day. They're just writing, they're in the studio. So for me to do, because I'm not in Nashville, I'm not in LA, and I'm not making excuses for myself, we write over Zoom. And if you're not in a big seat or whatever, don't make excuses. That's what Zoom's for. That's what social media is for. You connect with people. But like, my goal is 40 to 50 TV film rights. Get those songs out there, get those songs working. And what's cool is like with songwriting and stuff, is like, I can write the song. I don't necessarily have to release it. Like, sometimes we'll release a song and I'm not the primary artist feature because I don't want it to mess up with my schedule, but I'll be a featured artist. And so my name will still be on the song, but I won't be a primary artist feature. So it won't show up actually as the single on my page. I won't be able to pitch it to the editorial playlists, but I could get a song up there, just to get more songs, because especially if I'm collaborating with another artist or producer that wants to release it, or we have to just wait until there's a time that it does work. But the point is, I'm writing more songs, and I encourage you, write more songs. You're only going to get better. I used to think in my first, album or 2 albums, like, these are the best songs I've ever written. And, I don't even want anybody to hear these yet because maybe somebody will steal my idea. You know what I mean? Like, is your ego that big? Was my ego that big that like, oh yeah, I've written a song that nobody else can write and it's so great. And here's the crazy thing. Like, I could have a song that, Timbaland wrote or Drake wrote or, in Lady Gaga or Sia. Sia's a phenomenal songwriter, right? Like, any of those songs, I could have the song. But it's who's going to market it, who's going to promote it, who's got the brand behind it, right? Like, that's what it really comes down. The best song doesn't always win. It's the best marketed song. And I saw this post from Russ the other day about how, like, labels really blow up songs by promoting them and marketing them and doing some sketchy stuff, some legit stuff, but they put millions into a song to kind of artificially inflate the stream so it looks bigger than it really is. And then so people are like, oh, well, that's got to be a hit song. And it's like, well, is it? Is it really? And so this is why social proof and streams and followers, all that stuff matters. Like, it's important to your career. And this is another reason why I'm consistently running ads, like I talked about in point 3, is because I want to consistently see growth. And people like react. And you know what I hate getting, and I don't want to get this year because I want to be bigger than ever, where they're like, dang, man, you only got this many views or this many streams. This song's so amazing. And they almost like downplay you. And it's just like, it's a hurtful comment really, but it's a compliment at the same time. Like, you should have more. Why don't you have more? Well, more marketing, more promotion, right? And it's just like putting my words, I don't know where my wallet is, put your money where your freaking mouth is, right? Okay, number 6 is I'm going to keep posting on social media. Okay, I'm going to keep doing organic posts. I'm not going to stop doing that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to dial back the quantity for quality. Okay, I want more quality, more thought out ideas, posts, really like thoughtful stuff. I'm going to look back at all my posts for the previous year. What worked? Okay, they liked that. That got 10 times more organic streams and views and followers. Right? Okay, do more like that. Oh, this one didn't do good. Oh, you shared a story that really connected. Oh, you did something funny here. Oh, that worked. Oh, you did this. It was a certain part of the song. Okay, let's do that. And I'm going to lean more into what works as opposed to just putting a blindfold on and blindly just keep posting into oblivion, hoping I'm going to blow up and hoping to go viral. The next step to that is studying all the best artists in my genre that had the biggest posts in model success. Tony Robbins says success leaves clues, and it's true. Sometimes we just blindly post, oh, I tried that, Chris. No, you just did whatever you wanted, and you did it about 100 times, and you just did 100 times what didn't work. Okay, now you got to do something different. Like, wasn't it the creator of the light bulb? Can't remember his name right now. But anyways, they said, you've tried 1,000 times. Why don't you give up? He's like, no, I've just tried 1,000 times which ways it doesn't work. But I've yet to find the way that it does work. And I believe that for you. Maybe you haven't gotten the right song yet, the right post, the right video, the right whatever. Maybe you haven't hit it yet. Don't give up, but don't keep doing the same thing and expect different results. This is a new year. This is a new year to try some new things, to do what you haven't done before so you can have what you've never had before. And so that means we got to step out of our comfort zones. You can't shrink into greatness. You got to stretch. If I want to grow my muscles, that hurts. And it hurts going to the gym at first. And this is what I say to the artists that I coach and work with you. When I tell you to do stuff like on our coaching calls and on our Spotify challenge, it's not going to seem right to you. It's going to seem, well, why would I do that? And it shouldn't seem right, because if it seemed right, you already would have done it and you would have gotten results. So a coach is going to tell you to do things that are beyond what you've thought before. All right. And whether you work with me or work with someone, find somebody who is at least where you want to be and go learn from them. Do they have the monthly listeners? Do they have the tours? Do they have the style of music and the streams that you want, or whatever it is? And then go model them. Go learn from them. But don't stay where you are this year, because this is your year to grow.